Hey guys, this is Shaft of the Clinic Casting crew. Today we're going to have an awesome Protoss vs. Protoss for you, but before we hop into that, I want to introduce my co-caster. This is Herc.
Hey, what's up? I'm Herc from Imperative Gaming. I'm here to do some casting.
Awesome, dude, awesome. So this is going to be a Protoss vs. Protoss between two of the hands-down best North American players on the ladder. Here on the top right-hand side of Yeonsu Ladder Edition, we have a Protoss in the red trunks. He is Nony, aka Tyler. And here on the bottom left-hand side of that very same map, representing Core Gaming in the blue trunks, it is the player formerly known as Believe, now known as Naya! Alright, so Herc, this is Protoss vs. Protoss. Me being a Zerg player, it's one of my more unfamiliar matchups. What do you have to say about this matchup?
Well, it's a matchup that it really goes to the better player. It's not really a coin flip, or there's not a lot of things that can go wrong that you won't spot if you're the better player. There's not too many differentiations in openings. We actually do see a bit of a different opening, though. We see Nony not going for the double 15 gas, which is more of the standard now, but we do have Believe going for it with the 18 cyber core to follow. No.
Gotcha. So what does this mean later on? Once, how does this affect their mid game?
Well, going into the mid game, Believe's gonna, if he does do this, he'll have his tech out just a bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have the gas banked for it. Normally now you'll see the Stargate or Twilight openings, Robo openings aren't as popular, but it's still totally doable. With Nony's build, we're more likely to see a faster expansion come down.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're really looking for the expansion timings. I see. Okay, so we've got a mothership core on the way now for Believe. Why do you think Nony has refrained from getting one so far?
It's coming out now, but I mean, the seconds don't matter on it. If they're doing the 2 gas opening. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be a 4-gate.
Well, it looks like Nony is a probe ahead, so do you think maybe that was part of it? I know the mothership core really delays your probes because you can't build both at the same time.
Right, and we actually do have Believe going for the Twilight Council now, so this could be a blink play, could go into Dark Templars, but we do have Nony throwing down the Robo without even seeing the Twilight, so this is going to give him a bit of an advantage.
Gotcha. Okay, so what kind of advantage is that?
Well, with the Twilight plays, the Blink All-In's just shut down by Immortals.
Mm-hmm.
It's been that way since Season 1 Wings of Liberty. Immortals beat Stalkers. And if you see the Dark Templars go down, the most consistent way for revealing Dark Templars is with an Observer rather than Oracles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really easy to stop the DT play opening Robo and getting an Observer out. But it looks like he is chrono boosting that Blink out. So in a 3rd gate going down, we don't know if this is all in yet. If he throws on the 4th gate, it's definitely going to be a 4-gate blink all in.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, he could just be doing some blink pressure into a bit of a later expand.
Gotcha. Okay, so there's the 4th gate.
The 4th gate. This looks like it's an all in.
All right.
Nony has an Immortal on queue. 2 gateways and an Immortal. It's still going to be a bit of a rough hold if he doesn't get that 3rd gateway down, but I'm sure he'll see it soon enough.
Talking specifically about the players here, I know Naya is well known for his aggression and for his BM, so to be honest, I'm not surprised that we're seeing an all-in. And what's even more is that Liquid Tyler is actually taking an expansion just as this attack looks like it's going to be launching.
Right, well, I mean, if you look at Tyler's vision, all Tyler sees is 2 gateways, and he has not seen the Twilight, so he has no idea that this blink all-in is coming. He knows in the back of his head that it could, but he's not, fully expecting a blink all in. So he's going to go and throw down that expansion. It's going to definitely get canceled as soon as blink is done, though. He won't be able to get the photon overcharge down on time. And he even has the Stalkers in his mineral line because he was afraid of an Oracle.
Right.
But now he knows. Actually, has he seen these Stalkers yet?
Well, this is going to be interesting because it's 9 Stalkers against 3 Stalkers, 1 Immortal, 1 Mothership Core. Now, there is a Mothership Core here for Naya as well. However, these force fields are completely worth their weight in gold right now. This Nexus gonna be sacrificial. That's fine. Nice cancel there. But he's got to keep the blue Protoss on this low ground.
Right, he's got the double Immortal out, which makes it really hard for him to be able to engage. If he loses that Mothership Core, that's huge. Now, if the Immortals get sniped, he can just go up. There's no
half damage on that Immortal. So much damage on this Immortal. He has got to pull it back to get the shields down. Now we've got a lot of damage being done to Nony's army here, but Believe has the better production right now. He is, in fact, up about... he's actually up 2 days.
For Nony now.
Yeah.
And he's throwing down the Twilight. He might respond with a blink of his own, or he might go for the Dark Templar since he knows that Believe will have no form of detection.
Yes. And really, all Tyler's going to have to do is stay alive for about 40 more seconds, and he'll be equal production with his opponent with a better economy.
Right, Nony is now getting the blink of his own. He sees that Believe has taken his natural base, so he knows that he's behind expansion-wise.
Exactly, dude. And now this pylon is being targeted here. Mothership Core completely great for the high ground, and that should really hurt Tyler's production, but it looks like he will be okay. He's got about 10-15 more seconds before he's going to have to build another pylon.
Right, and we do have the expansion of, what are the probes count looking like?
30 to 28. Yep. So, Believe does have a better economy now. He's also up with the Nexus. He's basically just leaving this force here to make his opponent have to build a bigger army before expanding.
Well, Nony forces a recall on Believe's Mothership Core, but there are sentries in front of Nony's ramp, so he cannot push out to take those Stalkers out because the army will get cut in half, and the Stalkers will just shred apart whatever makes it down the ramp. So Nony's contained right now.
Yep.
Just by Stalkers.
Well, where does Tyler go from here? You know, he's going to have to make something happen. His blink's about to finish. Is he just going to turn his defense into an offense?
He's going to have to pull out something big here. He's at a pretty big disadvantage with that natural timing. It's so much ahead of his. He's already got 11 workers on it. Nony is definitely behind her now. He's going to poke down with the probe and see that there's no more Stalkers, and he's going to put down the Nexus.
He's also got an observer to see that all the Stalkers are there at the natural. He also has a good read on his opponent's mineral line, so he's feeling the pressure right now.
Yeah, he knows what's going on. He's completely... I don't know. He's got 27 probes in the main, so as soon as that Nexus finishes up, he'll be able to transfer quite a bit down, but, you know, with being oversaturated in the main, he's not getting the same minerals per minute as Believe is.
Gotcha. Well, it looks like Tyler is going to be searching around for any other proxy pylons. He's a little bit too far north. The other one he's about to intercept now. There we go. Boom. And now that he's cleared out his side of the map, does he take another Nexus? Or again, does he go for the aggression?
It's really hard to say. These situations are so hard to tell what you need to do. He's seen Believe's army. Oh, and he gets the observer snipe. That's actually
huge.
Very annoying. We have a forge coming down now, and he does actually have the Robo Bay, and Believe does not have the Robo Bay. So he's going to probably sit... See, I can't really say for sure, but if I were him, I would sit on 2 base for a little bit. Maybe make a push with double Colossus. But then again, it's really hard to push against Blink Stalkers and Immortals because the Colossus will just get one shot.
Right.
So Nony's in a tough spot. So it's really hard to say what he does. And
that's the hardest thing about a mirror match, in my opinion, is you're both using the same production, the same mechanics. Like in Zerg vs. Terran or Zerg vs. Protoss, you know, even if you get behind in one aspect, you can use the aspects of your race that your opponent doesn't have to get back into the game. In mirror matches, your opponent has every tool you do. It's just who's better at using them.
Right. We have the Robo Bay finishing up for Believe. And Tyler's a bit ahead on the upgrades, not by much. The Thermal Lance is going to be done way before Believe is done. We have some Stalkers blinking up into the main base of Nony. Looks like they'll get cleaned up okay.
Hallucinated Phoenix now being used to scout out Believe's base. What's he going to scout here? Oh, he's actually going to see everything, but there's not too much he didn't know about.
Is it queued up to see the third? It's actually not. It's looking like it's going to stop at the natural. Right now, Nony does not know about Believe's third base.
Okay, so guess this is just more of a setup period for this Protoss versus Protoss, but it's already been a pretty exciting game. So with that kind of opening aggression, at some point the game is going to have to stabilize.
Right, and the army supply is actually in Nony's favor by about 10, 15 right now.
Yeah, 16 in fact. 51 to 67, Nony's favor.
Yeah, so I don't know if Nony's gonna try to take a third here. He might try to do a 2-base all-in. I can't say for sure. He is starting the +2 attack. If Believe gets that third saturated, it's gonna be saturated way before Tyler does anything with the third base. So it's gonna give him that big army spike. But for now, Tyler does hold the advantage.
Yeah, both players are neck and neck with this Zealot legs upgrade as well. So these guys are really going to be banking on their gateway production over anything else.
Right, Believe has not yet started his +2 attack, and Tyler's is about a quarter of the way done.
That's going to open a huge timing window for Nony.
Right. It looks like he is going to put down the third base now. And I guess he's just kind of playing catch-up. He does have the Colossus count, though. It's 3, I believe it's 3-2. Yeah, it's 3-2, so he'll always be ahead in terms of that Colossus count. Unless he really messes up and starts donating Colossus, but and having the higher Colossus count, especially with the higher upgrades, it's really going to help him whether he's behind an economy or not.
Gotcha. So how's this Templar Archives going to work out?
He's going to use him for Archons.
Okay, but the fact that Nony's just completed like 30 seconds before Believes, how does that impact this game?
Well, not a lot of them. They don't have too much gas banked up right now. Each of them only have enough for one Archon each. Yeah, Nony's just making his first Archon. It's not, the Archon count isn't as important as the Colossus count. I mean, it's great that Nony did get the Archons before Believe because he was at an economic disadvantage. So every little advantage he gets, helps him. But it's not as huge as a deal as the Colossus counts.
Alright, so we've got Dark Templar on the way for Naya now, who is about halfway done with his +2, and he's getting that Gravitic Drive upgrade as well. So it looks like he's going to be launching into a very offensive mode at any point.
Right, he's looking to tear Nony's defenses apart. We might see some blink harass at the third with some DT drops in the main. He's going to try to just do DT run-bys everywhere to keep Tyler pinned as he macros more. But Tyler's moving out now, so he's not going to have time to do anything with these Dark Templars.
Ooh, this is going to get very, very devastating.
Plus the attack is 30 seconds away from finishing. If he pushes now, he's going to have a huge advantage if this +2 isn't finished when he attacks.
Well, we're about to find out. There is a 3 army supply advantage to Tyler, but that could swing either way. The real difference here seems to be that +2, and it is finishing.
It's about to finish. He's not going to have the upgrade advantage in this fight. Steve has the beautiful concave.
Yeah, that is very true. He is pre-split in every way imaginable. Only thing I could say is probably hop on the high ground as well, but his army's a little too small for that.
Tyler does have some units sitting in his main base. He's actually moving them now. Big battle going down. Time warp's going down. Hallucinated Archons, but they are observers, so
yeah. And it's 5 Colossi against 6 Colossi, but some hallucinated Colossi as well. They are taking a lot of shots, but it doesn't matter. Naya is melting this army. The huge advantage, 1 Colossi advantage here for Naya, has melted Nony's army. If Nony had hit with that +2 upgrade, this may have looked quite a bit different, but now there's nothing left Yeah, there's nothing left now to defend Believe's Colossi.
With the Colossus advantage, their warp timings are pretty much at the same time. We see 2 Archons and a few Zealots, and Nony's warping in pure Zealot. He's got the 1 more Colossus advantage. Does he have a Mothership Core, or did it die?
Let's check it out. There's a Mothership Core for Tyler. There's not one for Believe.
So there's not going to be a Photon Overcharge, and he's just going to kite these Archons back. The Zealots do die, and he's going to successfully chase these Archons out. Oh, he picked it off. That's huge. If Tyler had not lost that Colossus, he would be in a much better spot. He's going to have to back out here. There's no way he can do anything else.
Where does Tyler go from here? He is literally 33 army supply behind, 34 now.
You know what?
38.
This is the beginning of the end for Tyler. This is just gonna snowball way out of his control. It's 1 Colossus, so 2 Colossus, 2 Archons, and 7 Zealots. There's not much you can do here. Believe's gonna mass up a decent-sized army and just kill him.
Well, that sounds pretty convincing. And the thing is, Naya is ahead 600 mineral income. They're even on gas, but with the charge lots already factored into it and these level of upgrades, those minerals really are going to play a huge role.
Right, and 3DT is getting warped into the main. There's no detection in the main, so this is going to do a lot of damage.
And there's the GG. Tyler eliminated by Core Gaming's Naya. So what do you think the big victory here was for Naya? Like, what guaranteed him this?
It was getting the expansions up before Tyler. When you're in those mirror matchups, you can't give your opponent an economic advantage without taking something else from them. And Tyler had that advantage with those upgrades and the Colossus count, but he attacked at a less than perfect angle, and he let Believe's +2 finish, so they were on even upgrades during that fight.
Believe was also ahead a Colossi.
Oh, he was? I thought
yes.
Nony.
It was 6-5.
Oh, yeah, well then, yeah, there's... If you fall behind in the Colossus count, you're even on upgrades and even on everything else, you're dead.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Alrighty, well, guys, this is Shaft of the Clinic Casting Crew. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been a practice session for the tournament we are running on Saturday night. I believe that begins at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be on Zeke. You can check us out there. Other than that, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Please hit subscribe. Please share it with your friends. See you next time. Bye-bye!
신앙 선수가 되는 거고요.
그렇죠.
멀티에 방해도 받지 않으면서 안전하게 해주고 있는 모습인데 맹독충의 스피드업이 되기 전에 즉 전방 위에서만 싸워야 되고 전방만 좀 제거하고 맞으면 돼요.
네.